Alright, good to see you guys again. It's been a couple weeks since the last time we did this to start off the semester, and I can honestly say I've never really learned more in such an abbreviated amount of time as I have with this class, and something, with the changing dynamic of how we really instruct kids and the different resources we use. I think this is a great class, especially going right into my student teaching, which will be in August. This is going to be a great resource for me, and just kind of going over how with the material and integrating media. I think one of the main things, which is kind of funny looking back on after reading that article about the wrong ways to integrate videos and different media into the classroom. If I wouldn't have this class, I mean, that's probably how I would have approached it, like 100%. Like, hey, if the students are doing a good job, if they're on task, hey, let's reward them with a video. Even if it's completely for entertainment value, no educational value. So I think that's kind of funny in the fact that I think that's just how a lot of people were doing it, and this is not the right way. I mean, obviously there's a time and a place for everything, but you got to find the educational value, the instructional value with anything. And I think one of the main things is I was coming in, kind of not cold turkey, but just a blank slate coming in terms of how to integrate media and everything before this class. So definitely there's gonna be a big change between the first video and then this one right here about me kind of understanding the different tools and different things you can use, blend space, the TED Talks, the different things that we did with those. I think are going to be very crucial and something that I'm definitely going to keep in my repertoire. Definitely keep, trying to use those in the classroom, especially TED Ed. I don't know what it was about that, but that was just something I felt that was very user friendly. I liked the way that it was laid out. It'd be something that I'd definitely like to use more in the future. As I mentioned before, one of the main things is with the changing dynamic of how kids learn. One of the things we talked about with the Con Talks, which came from one of the TED Ed videos and the different readings that we did and stuff, and kind of using the flipped classroom so that kids can kind of go home. They get more resources, obviously, the different video resources that they can learn at home, and it kind of changes the whole dynamic of like the traditional classroom setting is more and they're doing the work and the instruction is actually happening at home. And I think that's really cool too, because obviously in terms of the idea of pacing, students can kind of be in charge of their own pacing and stuff, and how things are done, and can watch videos, rewind, watch them again, fast forward if they're getting a concept, and you kind of get the different resources. You have more resources, more outlets at home, your parents, other guardians, brothers, sisters you might have at home. So I think that's kind of a cool thing that they brought out. And just the main thing that I learned kind of with the integration of media in the classroom is just kind of not letting these different resources like Blend Space or TED Ed be the entire lesson. And that's one of the problems I had kind of early on in the semester, is that you integrate it with maybe the PowerPoints and maybe some different instructions in terms of, because I'm doing history, in terms of like maybe some memoirs that you read from some explorers back, the Columbian Exchange or something. You would add in some videos you found on YouTube that you put in a Blend Space, and then maybe also a PowerPoint that was already created by some other teacher that you want to use. And just integrating all that material together, and that's where you find the most power and the most, I guess, strength within your instruction, would be by integrating multiple different things together. I think that's the main thing. You got to find obviously the time and the place, but just keep on working on how I'm gonna integrate that material. I'm gonna integrate the different media that I have into the thing and still make it conducive to all the students, and still student center, student focus, and choosing the appropriate media and the appropriate material. And that's just one of the main things, find the appropriate material, find the best way to integrate it, and just bringing it all together, full circle. So I appreciate it.